good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is the big one. This is the big match preview. The race for the title. Jurgen Klopp versus Pep Guardiola's final Premier League showdown at Anfield on Sunday. 3:45 kickoff, which is a bit of a weird kickoff time. Yes, be real. And yeah, this is massive. What a massive day this is. Especially for the winner as well. Whoever wins this game, probably, you have to say, simple as that, has that advantage and are the favourites to win the title, in my opinion, whoever wins this game. And obviously Arsenal do play before this game at home to Brentford. I think that could be a tough game for Arsenal. I just think there might be that pressure one on Arsenal. They know they can go top done this game as well. And Brentford have actually been quite decent away from home against the big teams. I'm saying against the big teams. But they do concede goals, Brentford. I mean, I don't know. It could be a tricky game for Arsenal. Because of that pressure, they could go top. That they could go top of the table. And I think Arsenal will win against Brentford. And Arsenal will be definitely hoping for a draw in this one. And if it goes Arsenal's way, then Arsenal favourites to win the league. Simple as that. And but saying that, Arsenal do still have to go to Man City. So I think there's a lot of twists and turns yet, people, in this title race. I think there is. Even if Liverpool do beat City at the weekend, I think there's still a lot of twists and turns towards. For us, we still need to go away to Everton, away to Man United. We play at home to Spurs. We still have to go away to Aston Villa and obviously play this game as well. While Man City, they have to play obviously us, then they play Arsenal right after the international break. And City still have to play Aston Villa at home as well, and they still have to play Spurs away. As for Arsenal, they still need to play Chelsea at home. Arsenal still need to play Chelsea at home, Tottenham away, Man City away, Aston Villa at home. So they got tough games as well, Arsenal. So a lot of twists and turns yet. A lot of twists and turns in this title race. But I think everyone is looking at this mainly as a main decider, really, because just due to the experience of Jurgen and Pep Guardiola, I think people are still writing Arsenal off due to Mikel Arteta being the manager. If Arsenal had a world-class manager, then you would say, yeah, it's anyone's. I still think it is anyone's title, and we do think that. But Mikel Arteta, there's still more questions about Arsenal than Liverpool and Man City. Liverpool and Man City have been there and done it. And while Arsenal is still thinking they chopped off last season in April and May, didn't they? That's where it cost them the title. We're now heading into April and May as well. The crucial one in games. We were taught Arsenal then. So I still think people are still fancying Liverpool or Man City to win the league due to their experience. As for us, I think a draw. I would take a draw in this game. Honestly, I still think either team, either Liverpool or Man City, will take a draw. Because Man City be thinking themselves, yeah, we'll take a draw and beat Arsenal at Anfield, beat Arsenal at Etihad. And Man City will know Liverpool still have to go to Everton and Man United as well. So that's what Man City be thinking. I actually think Pep Guardiola will actually set up for a draw. I think he'll take a draw at Anfield. I don't think he'd be worried about Arsenal down top. Neither team can't afford to use this game, in my opinion. I think whoever does use this game, I think you can. I'm not saying you can rule out the title race because they'll still be in it, but they'll have a likely chance of winning the league, in my opinion. I think it's crucial Liverpool that ahead of Man City, keep ahead of Man City. If Liverpool are still ahead of Man City going into the international break, I think it's advantage Liverpool in the title race because it's simple as that way. Because when we were chasing Man City were always ahead, weren't they? Were always ahead, but we kept on putting the pressure on Man City in the 21-22 and 18-19 title races. I think it's crucial we get ahead of Man City. We keep ahead of Man City. If we keep ahead of Man City during this national break, I think we could do it, you know. I reckon we could do it because I still have questions about Arsenal. As much as Arsenal have that extra point of the goal difference, I think Arsenal are running away with the goal difference, aren't they? But that is an extra point for them. But Arsenal need to pick up points in vital games against Man City, against Spurs, against Chelsea. And plus Arsenal still are having to rely on other teams, on Liverpool dropping points, because it's Liverpool who have the advantage so far and currently leading this tight way. So it's just a massive game. I am nervous for this game, but a lot of people I don't know fancy Liverpool because of the Jurgen Yevon factor. Obviously, it's Jurgen's final Premier League showdown with Pep Guardiola. But then Pep Guardiola will want to spoil the party and try and end that poor record at Anfield. I mean, Man City's last win at Anfield was obviously in COVID lockdown season 2020-21, where Man City did battle us 4-1. But in terms of fans, it's still 2002. I think it is 2002, 2003. I mean, records there to be broken. We had a bad record at Brentford, didn't we? I know it's a stupid comparison, but we had a bad record at Brentford and we put that to bed. So Man City are definitely capable of putting the Anfield record to bed, in my opinion. And it wouldn't shock me. It just wouldn't shock me if Man City do win the game, to be honest. And that would be a massive win as well for Man City. Because now they'll be thinking, win at Anfield, we can actually draw against Arsenal. As well. So, but it's just that Anfield record, isn't it? And whenever Man City comes to Anfield with fans in the stadium, they just can't seem to get any result, can they, Man City? I think the best result they can get is probably a draw, like they did in 18-19, which was 0-0. 21-22, which was 2-2 draw as well. So again, it's another massive title showdown, title race showdown then between the two teams. I think Arsenal will do the job against Brentford and go top. It's just all about odds now, all about either team, isn't it? I think if Man City lose, Pep Guardiola will play his mind in saying we're out of it. Which I won't agree with, in my opinion. It's less likely, to be fair, I will say that, it's less likely to win the league, whoever does use this game, in my opinion. But I still wouldn't rule Man City out, even if they do use this game. I just think there's plenty of twists and turns, people, in this title race yet. So I'm not ruling anyone out, whoever does use, but whoever does win, they've got significant advances now. Because Man City will want to stay ahead of Liverpool. I think Man City are more worried about Liverpool than Arsenal in the title race. Because if Man City be thinking, if we are behind Liverpool going into this national break, they'll be thinking we've got a massive task of overturning Liverpool. Same with Liverpool. We've seen in 18, 19, 21, 22, Man City will just keep on winning. No matter how much pressure we put on Man City in them title races. So, in terms of my lineup, then I'll go for this game. Obviously, Kelleher and Doe. I think obviously Jurgen said Konate and Gomez will be fine by the time we do this video, but we don't know. It might all change. But Gomez at right back, Konate at centre back with Van Dijk and Robertson. Endo, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Sarr, Nunes, Diaz. I think it has to be the strongest variable team, in my opinion. I wouldn't mind Conor Bradley at right back, because Conor Bradley might have to be a threat offensively more than Gomez to that Man City back line. But I'm thinking more about defensively, and I think Gomez is better just defensively than Conor Bradley. And if you think of it, who's Gomez done me up against? I think he's done me up against Doku, you would think. Well, Robertson would probably be against Phil Foden. You have to say. So that would be my starting 11. So in terms of my prediction then, for the bid one, I think it's a 12 written all over it. I really do. I really do think it's a 12 written all over it. In terms of these bid games, I think it's a 12 written all over it in terms of Man City versus Arsenal as well. I know Man City don't put in work on Etihad at home to Arsenal, but I think that's a 12 written all over it. There's a lot of twists and turns, people. I think there'll be a lot of twists and turns yet in this time race, so it could well be the decider. Because of that. It'd be a statement, wouldn't it? Whoever does win this game, winning against your title rivals as well is a massive statement, in my opinion. I don't agree with the pundits saying they must beat Man City to win the league, because I still think Man City can drop points. I just think Man City are just not the same as previous title races, in my opinion. I actually think Man City will drop even more points, but I still think Liverpool and Arsenal will drop points as well. It's just about who drops less points, in my opinion, will win the league. For me, and I'm not ruling out whoever does use this game. I'm still not ruling them out, in my opinion. To be honest, but I think Man City obviously will want to win at Anfield and put in a massive statement, because I think Man City will probably see Liverpool more as their more dangerous title contenders. But as my prediction, I think it's a 12 written all over it. And I think Pep Guardiola's going to be cautious, I think it's going to be cautious, so obviously I think there'll be goals, definitely. I think, of course, there'll be goals between Liverpool and Man City, but I'm going to go for the same storyline as the reverse fixture, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw at Anfield. I think it's a game for the big players, in my opinion. It just wouldn't shock me if it's Salah and Haaland both scoring in this game. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Liverpool and Man City for this massive showdown, in my opinion. I just think it'll be like the reverse fixture, where they might cancel each other out, but I think both will score. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this massive showdown. I think it's a 12 win all over it. It can be any storyline. You wouldn't be shocked. Could be 2-2. Could be 3-3. Could be 0-0. You wouldn't be shocked, because it is a massive game. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this massive game. So feel free to leave your thoughts down below. Any Liverpool and Man City fans down below in the comments. I do respect Man City a lot. I'm not. Actually, as a Liverpool fan, I actually don't hate Man City. I don't dislike them. I think they've been an absolute brutal team to watch, to be honest with you. And I really love this rivalry we've had with Man City, which is a bit of a friendly rivalry, you have to say, as we both respect each other. And yet the best team win. On Sunday. So feel free to leave your thoughts down below. Getting so pumped up for it now. And I think it's a 12 win all over it, people. So feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. And come on, the Reds. And feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments.